You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
Big changes could be coming to SEPTA, Philadelphia's regional transit system, and it all comes down to politics in Harrisburg. Pennsylvania Senate Republicans have passed a plan aimed at funding SEPTA and preventing steep service cuts, but the measure now faces strong resistance from House Democrats. Here's the situation. The Republican-controlled Senate approved an amendment to a transportation funding bill that would allow SEPTA to tap capital improvement funds for operating costs. In practical terms, that means roughly $300 million would be redirected from the state's Transportation Trust Fund, with about $160 million earmarked specifically for SEPTA. Republican lawmakers have framed this as a temporary lifeline, giving the transit agency breathing room to stabilize services and plan for a safer, more accountable system for the future. They also point to audits, oversight, and safety benchmarks included in the bill, though fare increases are expected every couple of years as part of the proposal. On the other side, House Democrats have criticized the plan as short-sighted and even dangerous. They argue that the trust fund money is already assigned to essential transit and safety upgrades, and taking it for operational use could undermine SEPTA's ability to maintain its aging fleet and infrastructure. Some Democratic leaders call the plan a political maneuver rather than a solution, warning that without sustainable, recurring revenue, SEPTA will still face a crisis. The stakes are high. SEPTA has already announced that, without additional funding, it will begin a 10-day preparation period for a 20% reduction in services starting August 24th. This would mean cutting dozens of bus routes, scaling back trolleys and regional rail lines, imposing a 9 p.m. curfew on trains, and raising fares from $2.50 to $2.90 for a standard ride. General Manager Scott Sauer emphasized that the agency remains in close contact with lawmakers, hoping for a solution that ensures stable, long-term funding. For Pennsylvanians, the debate is not just political, it's personal. Nearly 1 million people rely on mass transit each day to get to work, school, and medical appointments. Democrats stress that robust public transportation is critical to the state's economy and quality of life, while Republicans argue for efficiency improvements, more highway funding, and higher fares to cover costs. Now, the Senate-approved plan heads back to the House, where opposition is expected to be strong. There's no set date for a vote, leaving the clock ticking for SEPTA, as riders and communities brace for possible disruptions. Whether the funding measure passes or fails, one thing is clear. The future of Philadelphia's transit system hangs in the balance, and decisions made in Harrisburg over the coming weeks will directly affect the daily lives of hundreds of thousands of residents. If you want, I can also create a slightly punchier, 3 to 4 minute spoken version that flows like a live news report, perfect for reading aloud. Do you want me to do that? Stay subscribed for more videos.